kongoi missing boss actrisa otacha en keteshetab Lenee Emet en Kass FM. Abaibai missing awe gurane nyekengalale ngalekab urerioshek otingei ak mbango tugul nekijam ketindoi ako ki ain yebawei ko kijam kebwone nyekengalale kora kotingei ak urerioshek chemi emetab Kenya. So abaibai missing amiu akalen atojok biikab kalenjin kengalal tugul ak yamegei emosto.
Okay, tebutu tugul ya gwejengyo eng WhatsApp 07471060 gidrei tebut aga tugul eng chairman Barnaba Kori dengole studio tebut aga tugul tinyanga ngalega urerioshek ngumegeni moja clarification ya miyu ke moja matas tugul urerioshek missing chetinye kag labatet on the kyok kubik che passionate akobo ngalegab labatet amazing konoto nekelen kitindai tebut ya gwejengyo eng WhatsApp.
Chairman ketaunen Scotland kingomite team itolimbo Scotland ko ikangalcha solo ak Julius was a captain kasaraton ne monken kitakto no wolutik che ole gigiyaite en Commonwealth ne bage mangalale missing ingen leje gi konye kityo
giganye results
kityo line mangalale missing biga be metab Kenya mono le kitakto no performance not ne bor ureren tugul che miten Scotland
ureriet ab Commonwealth amangwale ingen bije jangule noto ko tieke emotinwek chiki kapoi emetab Uingereza ko there are 74 countries ko ngama ngalale missing ko amu organization tugul mite National Olympic Committee mite at least Kenya ak timishek alak kora chiki mite in Commonwealth ki under Genova National Olympic Committee ko icheket ko manage the team ko ki ngetoi mazoezi ngasarani timit especially nebo athletics ko ki tesetai komie eng mpango noto kimie solo akot kirwa ak officials alak kikekwei kondochi timit noto ako kingeba Commonwealth Games ko en Glasgow ko kityem akichek ako meamwochi kora biikab kalenjin ole ingen kikowalak Commonwealth nekitokyi Australia kikiwal ko matekinde sports tugul chekisapos komite undo kibe kityo 13 federations 13 chekibendi Commonwealth Games. So siyonye ile machanga mendiloshek chekikiwinen ko amu kingeringen urerioshek chekimite ku akot nguno marathon ko kimomite ak alak kora chekimo checham komite Commonwealth ko kotinge amu kinyekus kotoreti Glasgow asimabet labatani nebo Commonwealth. So that's why abwoti ale biikab emoni kobwoti kole ngungi kingering'itu mendilok chekiwa Kenya maunoto kisube ratio oleu ko mayait kotinge ak disciplines chekimite kingeringen kotinge ak the program nekikonu biikab UK.
Kebwae to kitegen chairman ko ngap katep chito kole ngongelen kiro tukyu disciplines mi ko tukyu mawen ngachek mi tukun ngap keaye ngap kelanye nat kelion tos muok sangajet kora ke tau these disciplines ne imuji kwa wiki komye ko ki wa Kenya.
Betab Kenya ko very resilient biikab Kenya ko jame sports mele labatet inegei ngeba ko kura biikeba football keba ne ak also urerioshek ko toy alak chekitomo akot kekose ko chang biikab Kenya chemeche ko urerenso mi kabadi komite age nebo darts kionye kichesan kiureren chitab Kenya ako sindan million karibu 200 million ko biikab Kenya kotomo wasenoto. So ketindoi biik chebo yemuch kwai urerioshek choto che new. So we are ready. Kita kityo nemi nekinye shida eng emoni Kenya ni ko amu makitindoi infrastructure anan ko facilities chekiboisie eng urerioshek choto, lakini ngot konyor nafasi chitab Kenya komuch kwai korot age tugul.
Inimwa kunon so angen ale inye imiten ngunon Olympics mi tukun che koiger ile katakwal en kenyisiechu oeng chekakong'et asikobit ketokyingei USA amun Commonwealth kocham koteche missing noto nebo Olympics. Ne neikose ile katewal koimiten nguni position nebo vice president?
Trisha jang tu ke lazima ke wala mu ngile ni ke kuna utoma ke nyisha yengu agotoma ke tao ke na ke ka to ke man mbango anangu in training jibo wachezaji jibo imani ko ki kwane na tandu jo ekte chief mission bo Olympics ko ain ko ke America ke bendi jibo wala da 20 iba nyuru nafasa akoi taon ninato na Los Angeles na tungia 2028 Olympics sega na gile nene magat na muki gochi ruwaiki awale tebe ako ngishegeba kwa nole po urene anang kungoje ke kontakta nisu kukenyuru na basa na tawa asige jubage nguno kuyo chei ke tau ke wal ole ke te program samu ure rioshe kuterchin chibala batet kulasma ko kwa mazoezi to not less than 4 years we tayari ko ngai nguno ne tajita ne taw ka from zero nguno 2028 ko ui till we almost impossible ko megan nguno ko lazima ke tie ke roi ku la go ju ka pa in 120 as go jo so lazima ke ko nu resources ko gitaw another project timege jenge relationship kondo ke mazoezi asike pchi federation sa mungit ke tie ke serikali nege ko jib kondo ke som jige kasi nata ko memo sa mu chang tu ke wa serikali nguna we ko kena ko toma wani ana ko 6 months ko ngut kigen ke le ko ne jib kondo serikali ko mo mu ka mo nyoru timit ne mu jib ko police in LS ko lazima ke wal approach atebe to ligirte ngalega preparation to ligirte uri yo la tool ko lazima ke jenge that mentality age supporten players anangor way anybody ne meet the sports class ma ke wala ke dynamism in sports ma ko geria ko la batet ko wala melen to Kenya nege mi guratu ne la ke mengeje ne ji mu po tin ji le mu ko way ko gero lo Australia lo bon do ko ge e matne ke mi Europe ke mi America ko wala gis ko lasma ke geria le ne lasma ke wala ke jeng infrastructure mu mageje ngala ka siasa ke te stadium ne ko waita la ban mi ata kitu lakini mamile ke boshi so ungete stadium ko lazima ke implements nyo boshi wachezaji nyo boshi rwe nguka tata na nango in ke equipment for the gym ke for sprints ke ko roda tool so ku nota ne meji giro gele ngut ku magwala ke ku kimito to situ 2028 ngot ku magiri gele ne lazima ya nguno ma ke ngalal kitu gele yi to yene anan maisho njuni lazima the leaders jebo emone mo mji bwati to gele to ene the president ni mu ta no ki bwati gele president ne no ni ka fonas tinye resources kwa lia makchane land resources yo to ke na gele priority ko ne nebo county ne lazima ke ko penu within peak representing county asingi ke mo gele ngalia the central government matare teji wa ke ai keria sinde ko in the village I complain ni jitaba chief lakini mai gut kutungunyu ngele ne lazima ye anani itao implement jitage ama itao nyende anga na mana mi ne material resources lakini lazima itao ne somewhere muigi ngitungo so kunota ne lazima ya gele good keep lana ni for 2028 again medals target nyawone ko from National Olympic Committee game get targetan gel at least 8 to 10 medals. How do we get those medals? Which disciplines lazima get in kinde more efforts mo get au kapatia na wata skele ko in the medal lazima ge prepare nji jota 2032 2028 ko ngone kingengele ngot ke train ne ko possible when you're a medal ngot ke train ne ko mo semi final ngot ke train ne ko mo startan ko qualify so those are the things you getting good from National Olympic Committee point of view kena gele unge separate nguno peak professional kingele ngot kin the resources you can use something kin the resources this discipline ko mo go semis unge this resources ko mo ko qualify so that we categorize every department if you focus on this one this is what we are looking for magebe kitungangele kimeje wiki qualify ne kwa the Olympics just for fun use the resources and you know the interest is very high for the country so we have to make sure can I focus on it and to aim to win medals for the country and to bring the name of the again kibuga in the Kenya.
Okay, naikasa ko Barnaba Kore mwagel ngitileji tebu tagatugul nginaenda tane tinye gangale ka radio shek preparation nebo timi nata nebo Kenya ke mweng tai golo yonge kubik chikimi tugul in the process nebo preparation matika ngityo in ginage mursi roi yaga itinge matine ke basang age balle gele magnyoru ta gamache ago mite gita ne magat kai se genyoru gita ne gamache ko gi big up Kenya. We have a role to play ko gi wa Kenya gora eng kai go mnye eng radio shek mesungo na jamge tiye nata ne bala batet ko nata ne gasa ngalo ling betu tabrani eng studio ag Barnaba Kore ke ngalo le ngale ke tinye ge radio shek eng emoni ak meseng ikyo kibendu ngilima ematne ke basang Kenya Seed Company ko tinda keswe kita tinga beseng jaga tole betu tabrani majege mwagel jitu le miorani buat keswa ne buna Kenya Seed kale Kenya Seed mwagel swe kamane enguni kanyorok tani baka satane nwach ago mai go mnye meseng minutik meseng go big jago le bandek jago le nganok eng kenyini amone amungale kap kemut kale jin mite jata chagi gure short range chebwane enguni ago kale baske majege gonen ngot ko roptane barawek oye ngarawek somok kale go ninga swe kata chebaka satane nwaja barawek somok asogol asemutai go at least konyo chege biga mitwagik eng nyo natri mo kamani tap Kenya Seed ko tende geswek jamege ago mastaga tugul ne bayimoni bike mite dryland masok mata charop tangyo mi geswane ge gure DH04 medium zone eng nyo pita mi kwenu na ko mi geswane gure hybrid 517 hybrid 513 ne gure hybrid 533 bike mite gure transitional zones ko mi geswane gure hybrid H624 ne gure H520 bike mite highlands tolondo ko mi geswane gure hybrid 614D mi ne gure hybrid 629 hybrid 628 hybrid 6210 ne gure hybrid 6213 we doge takatula ne gitep amaji westock is tujibi jalda geswek agi tebele bas kakas ke moy geswane bunu kamulit ne ba Kenya Seed amaja gon bara wek somogyo bas ko gonen geswat eng yamma bande gi chege mi geswek mara kwek ke babsonge ke bomosonge ke ba sunflower ke ba suswek agala ke chan Kenya Seed Company mbegu bora mavuno bora maisha bora
Stanbic Bank ko lenchin keep growing ak lenchin kigere boisie noto ne ngo ga mangaren ngo ga kabatisyet boisie takatu noto ne ngo ga boisie noto ne gigesiren kase igeri logo boisie ak Stanbic Bank sobet ko masterpiece ana biashara go masterpiece uginage ge chorani kabisa ge teche komnye ne garonga yetigere ile gibunu sapare ne mnye noto ne lenchin bengi ne Stanbic Bank keep growing logo yo noto ne muje werane www.stanbicbank.co.ke
Guna go sai Emet to be cha big up Fernandinho big up Coutinho Emet to be cha big up Fernandinho
Commonwealth kingemiten ureriosiek kasarta nekimiten timit olimbo Scotland ko kitebe kole mi kainutik cheechen chekikenaite chemaimuch koba icheket komi agenge one of fans chebo kot kimwa kole kiyoe ne sikenaiten transition nelel amu mi biik chekakoker kole kaikai alabat chachuket chachenge pesa makou kenyisiek alak kemwoini boss ale makou kenyisiek alak chekiborchingei chito kabisa kochut timitab emetab Kenya so ne noyoe kou Athletics Kenya koker kole transition nekabit en nguni konokilen imuch konaita mashabik ak kenyoru kora medals chekimakchinigei.
Ndisa kengalale sabare chechang ako tingete programs chebo under 20 ana ko chebo youth development ko gingeto these camps across the country ko the idea negiro at least Kenya under the president Tuwei ko ke find a solution not on continuity so that in case ka get in kago egitu roikiu na komaje nguno kwa ulege mwaite tisa ko kunde free konget kole muy ko nguno an athlete kago age na nyine ko gero le meja marathon na meja labat races che personal kumirwe galage che takaniova so that transition igere le ko ta ko biti ta about 5 years agot programs ko ta ko band fruit ngileni gero nguno the transition is already coming ruoi che go taganova nguno ko jigi mite in the program ne jobe at least Kenya ko goigir garanguno the performance go under 20 in wala in Oregon so we go to go fitten gafsa the shoes je what the heroes what this country you go me so magere ko misi daga tu la mut continuity is there mi je nguna go tore yesterday je go mi extravagant school championship ko roi gi ga win na go tingi na in vijana go to mon ja 3000 5000 meters ko puine cross country he told them to continue at the program she was school mat ko ngeti ko la mu world champion. So I received the report this morning. Jiba performance in Roikyo is excellent. Ago ngeba gora other federations jigo participate in, they have done very well. So we are in a process. Negi meganisho gele there's always a transition and continuity. Asingo be ndi kumanda chuni kujoin in June, just like that. So I would go Commonwealth ko mi Roike manjima participate because of what reasons.
Yes.
Lakini ko tiam kupita in June jack. The new runners I would keep saying in 10,000 meters in kijana ejwala to go for the jelela jen. So we don't have a problem. The only issue nigi abit kichungo niko third period nigi bo JB doping matters you can't affect an SID. Really, some of them were affected. Like in Sasa, there's anti-doping issues go sweeping out. I will clear the pathway for the new athletes, and the education is going on pretty well. And so that they change the mindset never working last may wish anything. So it can be seen also. The under 20. You can see now millennial last may wish anything. Those are very young athletes. They have absolutely no idea of what is going on in doping, but they ran very well in the best times. So we are hoping and praying that they continue like that. But the programs and the structures you will learn at least Kenya, there is no cause for alarm. 3,000 meters triple Gs. Go away, good came for us and no at least Kenya continuity. I go toilet again National Olympic Committee because I'm there. Go get in a complete change. We want a transformation of sports, not only in athletics. The overall performance in every federation, every discipline. Go quite come and we get next week Games on 5. Go meet the president of Commonwealth of Uganda. We worked together yesterday. We will launch our CS and the peers the program for next week. So the increase in sports activities could not enable there is a change. Amu fast different disciplines could grow in. Fast the youth of this country go participating in activities change and major quite so my line my football and my rugby and my volleyball and my athletics like indicate fast so that it can spread all over the country. I could participate in Jitulamu kila mwananchi kutinye preferences in a leg of sports meje so kumeje generality kumeje toret kubatat line about the sport jame kumeje labatet ke supporting the way it is kumeje football ke supporting so ngut ku grow in the sport from the grassroots not at the top ko ki the leaders of this country will mogita one at the top kita one at the bottom asinyo barak. Then from there now we have the base, you have the roots. It's like a tree. You don't go to but the roots when you meet it anguka. The base and the whole thing. So we are okay. In terms of the program which is linked to at least Kenya and other disciplines, there's going to be a very big change in this country. Provided it. They work very closely with the government. And I'm His Excellency Ruto. The Saboni was at least Kenya kutinge akambiship. Mida mojbi kalenjin le jibkundu jijamgi boshenga mishek. Kujibunu serikali. Chikiboishi tool. Chimunitani every Kenya le toy kugiri ke resource kule ngapa mangalejo. Now the CS the other day go kugir week in Gambe amaba Oregon. The BS gibatwai. Again, back PS of US, by the time we again, this is how we should be doing. And that is why the government can actually use now, at least Kenya, if you channel these programs, if you channel the resources to the right areas, you will see the results.
Yes.
To me, kewelut kidogo ingalega vin academies amutom gumong resource kapsa kena ile takchingano ngibile na academy who is going to go there, how is it going to function. So go meji go kapsa big specialized ingin kule how do you run this thing so that magi build and structure she wait relevant later on mummi the way ole manage and die. So at least Kenya can show everybody how these things can be done. And it can in a very simple way. A school kidogo na mia village who produce any the best was here to academies. They got small resources like shoes, a tracksuit. I got you will see the changes. Then if football, it is so simple. You align with at least Kenya when they have camps during holidays. You can put aside also that a number of players who join in the club within the school framework. You will see the major differences, and you'll spend less resources in building the structures that can bring up the best in this country. It's not mainly necessary in fact, the best ones comes from the villages, from the towns, not necessarily in the camps. Those small input, you will see the changes in this country. At the top now, they organize on events, activities, bringing back something to them. Prize money, something we love an industry in this country that will not be worried. Lucky thing would get the style, the way we have been doing it. We cannot go outside Kenya when we play football. So that is exactly the change in attitude of the Kenyan people.
Yes, goto may madangalyo ta academics kido nene nyaluge ay amu inye ga itabe sector inanga satana ko ay inyo gara imite nguno imite nok nene nyaluge anne jay mood kay sa stimulate and the academies as to nyoru the best from Tokyo Chema.
Juba academies go kitak stara nigele what do we expect out of that? Who is going to go there? You build an academy in Kapsabet. Then who is going to go there? Who is not going to go there?
Yes.
Like if you give now an opportunity to 5 schools or 5 camps in Kapsabet, agigoji that kind of money, you can actually develop them. Then you build one specialized academy, maybe one in every city. It's like now you can build 2 in Eldoret, 1 and the others. So that in that academy now,
yes,
begin only the best of the best.
Yes.
Cubano academy. So that now those ones can be focused on. If you have an academy of how many people can go there. And remember, academy for football, for rugby, for all kinds of sports. Do you have the infrastructure and the implements in last you might not have. You have to have football pitches, you have to have volleyball pitches and all those things. But in that academy, in the tool, and then the numbers, how many people are going to go there and who is going to be there? How are you going to do the selection? But in our mind, the process now. A long time ago, we schools specialize in one aspect of events. They were the best in athletics.
Yes.
And also volleyball. And other activities. You go Alliance boys, Kapsabet boys. Even go school they mean
no Paul boys,
or you go to Chewayet boys, go football. Even Mega boys, go football. You can see now the diversification of the activities.
Yes.
So if the government can put those resources in those schools now to develop from there, I think the bigger clubs can also pick from there.
Yes.
Just the way athletics is being done. Got scholarship from there. But then good focus on all the resources because you want academy. And then when you ask them, because whatever this academy give me one. But I can pick about 4 schools from Nairobi here. In fact, we have 2 sprinters. Some of these schools, but produce 2 sprinters to World Championship. Pick one from academy. It's none, isn't it?
Yes.
But you see now how we are doing it.
Yes.
Apart from Nairobi, we go to other Magnolia, Ingoli Tok Tok. So I went there personally, in like one match, like one in the gold medal in 1500. So what happened? You saw the way she ran.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was almost nothing from nothing. Magnolia in Lake Tok Tok. One keep watching the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro. But we went there. If Ki authority, Ki supported Chumbaji Ki got the directions, and they were able to do that. Then when the results came out, those small politics. So you see, everybody. The other day I went to Kilifi. Mi school ne giro Tanga in Kilifi. Kikitau about 3 years ago. You were producing some of the best. Like when Ure Mapenzi, she won the national championship in high jump. The same thing in West Africa. She did so well. But from Kilifi. How? Because we went there. I training. In fact, I went the latest ones a month ago. How it is going. We had the team for AK in Coast, and they have the best.
Yes.
You go all the way to Karisa. There's a month they training. Eventually, recruitment KTF. They were taken in. Why? They did very well. The same thing. Limbo in the Western, Putalangi, everywhere, all over the country. So that is how things should be done, progressively and consistently.
Okay, so channel the resources to the right place. Kala ke focus on goba ole much ole maybe. I'm getting you put your net is where your mouth is. We are mara inda oldage ole ma menyo dogara. Ingetin kotarete so nato ko chairman ni ngale tu ngale studio Barnaba Korir age majige bragetir barga meeting no nda jaba site en takwa kenya keta stainyo ke gaskere tos kere ngone ne te buche ngone betu tabrani en Barnaba Korir mesungo exacta chat bo radio shek la bateta kala kechang ko nato ni ngale en petu ne brani en ngale studio ne bo Kass FM International ago to magtina ke bragetir majige bo tungelen Kenya sit ko ngole so ngara nanga bisa nyone ibun ka magile gitmi ka sarta nato ne magile ange gol ke swek ke boga sarta ne nwach ago magole Kenya sit so na mega omastaga tu ne mi bicha mite high altitude areas cha medium altitude areas cha gure transitional zones bicha mite lowland olimbo so inolin kumiga so ne gure DH04 bicha mite omasweka wa high highlands kumiga so ne gure hybrid 614D hybrid 629 hybrid 628 hybrid 6210 ne gure hybrid 6213 ko so ne bunga monit na tene ngong ne bo Kenya seed.
All right, kiwese hibatalo ga Emet.
Lenee Emet Obicho. Big up Fernandinho, big up Coutinho.
Ngune amuya mazoezi wale njige race na mite neng tayo kama chanya investment kama chanya bangange o mangange abegi not nebo Stanbic Bank wendi to branch aka tugula nani we www.stanbicbank.co.ke no to www.stanbicbank.co.ke
Kagmono ko ba Airtel manigeli jaga tuni yakter bi shebe tuni brani ba to ba Airtel manotani botine ngune magele free enko ngete ngiomi tuai Airtel go Airtel awe Airtel go free Airtel go free not ne goni banenda nege yakter bi shema go mi ago mo go dagile chin engalega transaction fees we gun 50% we ne gure 50% cashback en chine mi tay en Airtel so ngete bi shongete Airtel go ba network sala kana ni yakter bi shek nyoge kini chine mi tolimba area mi network e majige ndani imi to mnye amu Airtel ko mo ngole jinen kasata not ne uni ko raise kabisa yakter bi ne ngete ago yage ko master not ne pay bill ke we chi pay bill ke we not ne ba till ko raise kabisa nyo ilbani amune amu mitay giwe gun 50% cashback ke bar gelengi yakta gelban seleng tiptem giwe go seleng taman agongi transaction zembetut kamogol marage ay jene taman tiptem giwe gun nyo cashback ne toreten ke bar ile gopche ak Airtel transaction fees ke boyshe enyo majigi tiwe my Airtel app we app not ne gure my Airtel app imoj kore chilling simengong star 334 hash imigo mye engbetu ne brani en Airtel money
kate wangonoti not ne bo talent ne gichenge e logo kingele gine mangem bi kemboy ko ki London logo ke agota ta go ba Uganda so my ana una tene chairman kingo it kitche miten under 20 ko ba directly
Kiba Morogoro.
Uganda. Yes.
No, Tanzania.
Oh yes, Tanzania.
Yes.
Tanzania.
So idigergi no na kago wala olegirto la kwetsabet.
Ginge Mulindo Gianjine ak school because ginya partnership at least Kenya ak in ak school shake. Kitinya go tungu no executive board nyanete the director of education as a member of the board. The linkage ko amur way ke mengejen chuta barnoti ko jajang 80 to 90%. Kubunu school she ko lasma gi boyshe tukule age toret ke najan de talent so inge bendi ko gi kingengele chang lagok chemi sukul ako kikikwei choto nyoko representan East African secondary schools championship in Morogoro, Tanzania. So when we came back, nyekituyo mwalimuishek ko kikigeni mwalimuinik chebunu Kenya komut koba Morogoro. So nyekikoshine kechengchi pasit akoba mwalimuinik chuto ak lagok choto. Ko kikimwochi kora lagok kele ngokainyoru kenyoru mindilet nebo ngweny kumelen kakokerenen anan kakotren kele moe lebotyini skulishek lazima kekonyit skulishek lagok chotok akotestai eng school secondary school chemite akiyonchin akichek kiyan sigik kiyan mwalimuinik akoborwai barnotik chotok akobelis kora koai komie amu kurwai icheket kakobelis eng ngweny tugul ak konyoru rwoik chemi classmates or schoolmates chechwaket. So it's a very good program. We are very happy. Kimuki coordinated kunoto ko boru kole mitei koshinet ing Atlas Kenya ak skulishek kenajan tugul mu melen one institution nege ne muy konajan rwaik anan ko wachezaji. So ko kikoshine akinye kimulago joto au this morning kangangete karon ko kanyoru results tugul ako sirwa barwet mwalimuinik chekimuti lago joto kulen oye kongoi amu kiketoret ke tugul ako ko police rwaik yok ak wachezaji chikaba in Tanzania. So the structure nekimeje ku noto coordination and understanding kubun stakeholders kongete sigiki kubago skulishek ak Atlas Kenya and eventually the governments gonna get we have an industrial structure nekimuch ke najane talent ak building sports in this country.
Kebora kitini nyota ngalega kutagimi structures ko boishet kuyekemwa otindai wanafunzi akotagele makoibesha boishet nebo serikali ak noton nengwa ogere ole kotech mongen rani chairman ole tos ogere kikonde effort netia serikali noton nebo nguni eng komasitak poketech ngalegab talent ak building sports eng emetab Kenya tos kiuplay role neune eng successes chotindai eng nguni eng sector noton nebo urerioshek.
Ngetaune programs chebo the national government korok the input nekiko kwai the president himself wakishen kole kakitech stadiums ko amu stadiums ko joto ko the main thing nebo all the sports activities ko boru kole play a big role ako appreciate ni serikalitab his excellency Arab Ruto kole the development and the support nebo Emet class makubun sports ko amu kikoger kunoto ko niyonye ile ko focus and konde all the resources all the stadiums all over the country masta agenge mi Talanta stadium mi Teji Kipchoge stadium mi Eldoret Kapsabet again agiten ko shida nekikobit eng kenyisiek chekikosirto ko cham ketewe kele chepkondo cham ke channelani kele kap keteke Kipchoge stadium since 2011 ko kenyini inegei nekokotok the structure nekokeyai since 2011 kotokomi kotilet former president Kibaki kikoito chepkondo koba that stadium ko in gimi the fan ketebe kele ang chepkondo cham kisirto every year kopendi no and it is documented, it is there. Amunes makiteb kele kalya chepkondo cheibe keteke Kipchoge stadium as an example in Eldoret as never complete.
Yes.
It's only this year that you can see now ile kakomong the structure nebo ne nebo the stadium komeche kemwochi biikab emoni kora kele ingot ko mi kit nekararan nekakwai serikali keakseptoni kele kakwai makidismiss ni kele tomo kwai ngibike that stadium moi was there last week ikere ile kokomong kabisa ko kararanit ko kito nemiasa biikab kutit lazima ke-encouragen ak ke-supporten the infrastructure choy the president for our own benefit ngot ko kimai chun tugul ikoi chepkondok so how kikiritsoisoni the president nenyo nekanye kwaiwech the stadium anan ke-encourageni kaketekwech ngot koboro Kipchoge koboro nimboin Kericho koboro Kapsabet atya keba maswek alak chebo Kenya kora kongoi ne nekimuchi kemwochi the president amu kakotoretech so lazima ketingen positively makityo kengalal ak kemwa tuguk che negative in fact ndimukokse eng emoni nyo asa kalenjin kemete ngalekab negative kepiken the positive ak expandan tuguk chekororonen chekakeyai the small ones which is positive ke elevate noto konyo barak missing asikobit nao koker biik yo kole engaa kit ne small ne kararan ko noto ko bigger than the negative chekimwoe so meche keiste because if we continue talking about the negative things that kiyoto no kwendi pokorikyo amu kongwai lakwet kongei igere kityo ngoni lengu igeni kityo makoseshek chekai lakini mukoi pigene kita nekararan. So lazima kiiste ngalekab tuguk negative ke pointen man the mistakes chemi lakini ke elevate the positives. And that way kimuchi ke extend and ke supporting roikyo ke supporting the development of your communities age toret ke. Lakini anything else beyond that go self destruction amu magigere gine kararan kigere kitungon chilion chiachen. So what has happened in the sports, especially in athletics, plus magi supported our president mu kwai amu ngamwane amu directly ongen and I know the amount of money you won serikali. I know jib kundu ke mu jipunu chigi go ito bundi school ishik and it's documented amu school ishik che identify ne wakamse kujib kundu kyoto ke channel through the principal of the school ago ke appointed ni coaches ko appointed the management from the school ago ngen the board kule mila okirwo ngyoto. That is why it's so popular amu it is people centered.
Yes.
Peak keep kwe che manajani tu ki go jini kitungon ko coaches age support ne age identify la o kibinjano yundo. So all the resources yo on serikali ko binjano school ishik directly careers in the sponsorship the Ministry of Education in school ishik. We do the same process as and that is why our programs has been successful. Amu magi managani ajaget as AK the resources ko managani to schools kage identify and this is the camp kigoji pundo of the principal at the board ko managani lakini kiagisha ngel train ne roijoto. That is why the structures have been very successful.
Kengalale structures ko bit kine ko kengalalen in petusiege aing ngune ko ito somet emetab Kenya ko hosten the 2029 World Athletics Championship eng meza kimiten ak chagilenje mosisiek akurene ibi mache London mache Rome mache Munich ko hosten lakini we are the first African country kigenai jen kiwanja kigengele ngorwai bijugurwe ne kibendi tono sigeger gele akinyoru niton ne chairman.
Trisa ameja moja bigap kalenjin melene tai gengete in ki hosteni a very big event, a world event. Igita in World Cross Country in 2007 jigae Mombasa agi wa kumie. Nyege benguno all African African Senior Championship in 2011. Nigigae Nairobi kogi was very successful. After that ke benguno cross country, not cross country, World Under 20, World Under 18 in 2017. Kiga Nairobi wara kasarane kugiyogero ligite big it was huge nege benguno 2021 under 20 nigiga Nairobi wara wala under 20 gamelen bigger than one world championship senior.
Yes.
It was very successful. Now if you see the performance in the worldwide, the 1950s a movie celebrated a few years back 70 years of success. Historically in athletics game kuma mi menesire Emet of Kenya other than the USA in terms of medals konamba Kenya in since the inception about the Olympics kugi namba many other country ahead of us when it comes to track and field in America. So World Championship in China in 2015 still number 1.
Yes.
Kiki win. Now all other events we are either number 3 or number 4 or number 2. Aya, ngebengu noje in under 20. We have done so well. We have won it in 2019 in Tampere. You are number 1.
Yes.
In 120. And the process now in 118 in 2017 the initiation of campus.
Yes.
And that process has been going on up to now. So we have done so well. The transition about Wake has been so good that we want to continue with the same projects that we have been doing. And we have seen the success story. We saw what happening in USA, Eugene. We go number 8. Though we didn't go no sprint field events, neck to neck with the US. But now we have talked to them also to see how do we build sprints and the field events in So the progress about the development of athletics and the structures has already been put in place. Check magan sure gele million something gele kaisto gay mutai magumi general tuwe and angomagumi somebody in charge of youth. No, committed the structures. Whoever comes, you will lead in committed the systems to work in. Million and the system go last more about kita no ito.
Yes.
Kimeja system ne leone it is continuous hangat in rules and regulations govern the athletics Kenya so that whoever comes will be guided by the staff who are there and the system which have been put there and working very closely with the government, the peers and the CS, keep putting the resources so that it's a continuous process. So that King every year, in this federation, they want to development, they want nurturing of talent, they want sports activities. Apart from the Ministry of Education, kumi resources lazima kikoji federations including AK kuna talent and then I would now working in partnership with the private sector as toy events she go to stay in Kenya ngamu marathon site give building goranguna next year the 2 major events for track and field lazima ya Eldoret that stadium no yes ag now kipkeno aplikasa na kipkeno nguno lazima kai Eldoret a silver event netu mi the tarif tamak sawak tip tamak seat in Kipchoge Stadium. And then after that, now, Derek Sosomi, he's in the Kipkeno. So that we build an industry in like our athletics.
So, what are our chances to begin this bid?
Now the president is our ambassador, the president bid in the nothing.
We did the first bidding, like 2025, we were not successful. The mission Kidogo, not necessarily a movie made enough infrastructure, no, because Tokyo had resources and a muscle.
Yes.
And of course we were just coming out of COVID. I think because of that, because of Tokyo. As Kenya now, leading in athletics, and the fact that we are the first Africa now to bid for a world event, a senior event like World Championship. Give an advantage based on the fact that Kogage project and support no go on the president of Emet of Kenya. He will pack it, he will give the resources, he will support it fully. That event.
Yes.
Will give an added advantage. One, we have the best athletes in the world, and we have actually supported athletics. The president of all athletics now, you know, is not going for a re-election. There could be a legacy. Those kids in Africa. What has he done in the benefit of Africa? Africa, co-hosting as part of the biggest legacy they can have. Yes. They encourage, and if you see Africa now, who grow in athletics, if you go to Nigeria, the sprints are coming up. You go to Botswana, it's the same thing. South Africa, go meet Uganda is also there, and of course our perennial opponents, Ethiopia, which we really support each other. Yes. They are very, very strong. So Africa deserves it. And what could deserve in Africa? Could the best country Kenya, and we have given a very strong bid, and we want the people of Kenya to understand the benefits in the world, apart from our runners, could the name itself for this country will go up, will be very strong. It might not be economically, beneficial, but the name itself will project this country very far. When it comes to international treaties and give what the money, very strong. That is what we need. I will not in consideration. The efforts in the way made of Kenya. Negi won roik, ne benefit ne inguin komugul. Nengot kumamia Kenyan, lavade tagatul in Europe and America and Guano is not a magi consider the competition. How can you beat that? So we are hoping that they will consider all those points. Our move, the president of Kenya is the only one nego on assurance.
Yes.
The other countries like England, Italy, Munich in Germany, all of them, the bid was actually spearheaded by mayors, not the president or the prime ministers.
Yes.
The mayors. Like the difference in Kenya is the president of the republic. I want assurance we are going to support it fully. Those overlooking what could make building athletics in Africa. I was supporting what Kenya and other eminent countries in Africa has done. Then it is only right and fair because Kenya go hosting the event.
Okay, go missing. Engyo, chairman kita stago na taka mayora sobit nyege ketep chairman mo training no pangalega radio shek ko mago ni kinyone kicham kemwae tai kele naja kicham kolabati ruwai sigi kicham kolabati tilikol itilianutik chi ilabati agui kimi labatet ka kokeba technology ni kiboishe jeans kokeba kele yes ngoketindai jeans kara lain magat kora the same jeans ketoret kiboishe technology noton nebo kasari resources chemagotin training ne magat kitindai ngalekab AI squeeze ne ko toret en ngalekab training ngalek chechang so mongen ale tos kilian sakebe ko kibikab emetab Kenya yoto amu igere ne kemwa ile kenyoru competition kobune matunwek chebo sang kwamu ngalek chekone biik kole yes so for you to train eng labatet mara ko 800 meters missing ko the short races jam kibatchine kemi biik chekole bas amache kebe ake trainen kabisa eng yo tos kitindoi the resources chekiboishe eng noto ko itinye ko matya kitestai ak chairman Barnaba Korire ngole studio nebo Kass FM International bengi nebo NCB ko nebotene betune brani akimwa kele eng basic negit ata negit angwan mutye midatai kemite ngalekab back to school ongemwa back to school ibwat bengi noto nebo NCB ngemwa ko NCB kele jine kali NCB kichorwet eng ngalekab back to school amune kitinde kitaka tuli makinige chi ngele back to school misi changet maet kalo ye magat ke clean bis to zero balance itinde nyo ngemwa kele zero balance kule jita ye korom kabisa kasi lakini engune kale bengine kitinde mobile loan wende ko 70,000 Kenya shillings iboishe app noto nebo bengi tab NCB kitinde bo oing kali mi kitagini gure salary advance kale jita gya de school tarutu mamut tomo genyor mashara lakini kale bengi noto nebo NCB biga NCB kale mi salary advance nyo jine gete to lenyo ni wende ko 250,000 Kenya shillings kale jin message was kora amugi mi teke sarun engyo 250,000 nebo salary advance ago chitu ni bialishe ya shopping maji biali uniform maji biali kitabu shek maji liban school fees ko mi card na tebe NCB ne gure NCB visa ak debit card so jaga tu ne ba NCB mago kusaka ngole no ye tos kesaka ine mago mi ngale ja tukul NCB ko buaten we up au kale kitaka tukul NCB kiage mwagele ya account ibo ishi mengo NCB kiage mwagele chin kora NCB imi to kumnye mitnye waswasa ka tukul chemone mi te loan atene ne gani ba school fees loan ba agoi 1.5 million Kenya shillings anya inyo chinige mi kora digital loan wende agoi 1 million Kenya shillings chuto tukul ko kelchine ke mwae gelen ke bendi back to school maji ya shopping ijeng kitabu shek ijeng uniform iliban school fees madis ji waswasa ka tukul mitang bengi na tene ba NCB mo ibuaten bengine kale NCB ko jorwet engelega back to school kale NCB go for it.
Airtel money ko lenjin ka ko iraisi ngune iyok rabinik kongete line ngung aboy line ita noto nebo Airtel ame utieni le mi gina ile 50% ne ka kuwe gunin transaction ko gi lebani KPLC gele engyo token ko gele ilebani Eldoas gele se supermarket ana gele bani school fees gele bani la ko ngung gele se nagrovet enyon iboisen Airtel money amonga lenjin nyu sinema kusho mago mi lazima te bank ma mi te be bank line tibeti ka sarta ne goy paisen Airtel money download it to my Airtel app en simu ngung na chill star 334 hash chairman katebe ne boas kine tinje technology ko barak technology in sports missing ko athletics ni ngololen ko yod ne gila bade ni nyende ten mangat ka gi gonar baby tagide ko to gi gonar ko yod ne gila bade 1980s ako yone baisi gun so ngoto sta ko ni technology ko testa ko wala ga che ko kim yone metap Kenya in terms of ke wal and improving technology in athletics
kema kita nebo maana mu ki gona kuyot nebo ure favor plan ne gilabote Eliud alach you know I was very surprised mu ginyata wa tembea na tai ko to yani ngut ko mai labaisi ko pushing is like a spring so in game man ko wala technology mu ngileni ger ko ini ki boisie ak ki boisie aje ko 80s ko mago number gay ko if you compare in comparison mu the one we were using was flat
Yes.
And there was nothing the only is a normal shoe the magjo soft grow como si regresa na ko yana leather shoe lakini vitu shoe ko wala kiaga to scientific training ko is totally different mele na affect na missing sena mu ko ini ke boishi kujibunu vitamin lakini that shoe is very expensive so we much we kyo keja to the beneficiaries ko those who have done very well agi ko jin ko boishi when it comes to nutrition the kind of food you boishi roi ko inge na jege boishi ngonyo ak chigo ak mursiki mo but then you see last mageje kan labatin det ke na gele body na nyi ko nene require ni we kind of minerals you miss nothing burtani sige balancean balance diet ko key so the tobadly se miten kuno ko melen wendi ta ko mishi the way you eat they have to look at what is lacking or less in your body ke optimize and kinde kapsa gena gele your body is almost like a machine so It has completely changed. The talent is natural. In the genes, man, because melengo get the genes, it is still there, but it is not enough. So, major konabiga bemon will investment go key, very important. If we want to remain competitive as a country in terms of sports, last maganagele ne last magawale as ko benefit ne roikyo. What kind of training last mag provide, and so that we move away now from the idea muji again mu advisor roik wrongly mu gam that is where we go wrong. So we need to get more resources, more nutritional foods, especially roik identify. And then when it comes to gym, which is key also during the season October, major way training in the gym over tough lifting weights and of course climbing the hills and all those kind of things. To do that, first of all, plasma so that your body can withstand that. So as far as Kenya is concerned, plasma moving scientifically. Especially the senior ones, couldn't support from the companies, Nike and Adidas, sponsor, the equipment, nutritional food that's why they can compete. Lakini ingetitanga to see you argue. If you are working, it's like you're running with a machine, you can't make it. So in terms of food, supplements are queenie. Is designed in such a way that it actually gives you another advantage, especially the marathoners. Because when you put on that shoe the way I put it on, go pushing. So I was calculating and say, okay, I don't go pushing every 2 meters, go pushing it, go out on it. That is why you see the times people are running as exceptionally different than what you used to do. Not necessarily anything which is not which is illegal. Lakini, this is scientifically proven that the shoe and the kind of food you are eating which ought to determine how fast you can run. So okay, meje kirogele kitore toito yano. In fact, the process no meje nguna mugu make the president of the National Olympic Committee in Eugene the best way would give me your medals. Let us now focus identify ke naigele raguju ruwa ko poisiano train na no miango. Then girogele ne support ne require so that we identify the coaches, technical officials, coefficient where they are, agigoji appropriate support ne require ni goga kuini goga mitwa goga ne. Asige ta okay process and the training program na nyua as of now this September are going Olympics in 2028. If we don't do that, then we will just go there and participate, but we are not going to compete. So focus on the mindset you see if 2028. So this is what you need to do. If the World Championship next year in China next year from July World Championship. We want to know on the toast Megan. Kongete otonguno kigochi nafas ke toreti ngora gatul mbiki boy chetungo suguli ngoga koje sichwagati ngoga manager sichwa konai gole the interest nebo Kenya nebo les Kenya ko ge have this team ne compete in 2028 LA at optimal level and win the medals. So what contribution the last magikoji as AK and as National Olympic Committee in support from the government.
Okay. Saitay agdegeshek archamang muhtoma degeshek tamano ang mut kiti asogay tay tumok engolep studio gimitay ak chairman Barnaba Korir kengolale magilete buto kare kubuaneng nyo sobit ke soman ayate buto gimitay engolep studio.
Lenee Emet Liga Palandino, Liga Putino. Emet
what is the way forward? Tosi much ko tore serikali camps ko gocho mitwag amun challenge no missing much manga baruwa lagene mamite na mitwag so si wale support ni much ko tore serikali ruwa chimiten camps Peter Sawe ngole sos asante Julia Siego the YouTube athlete kali yes taban nebo kogi goito so Emet ab Kenya no glen strong bid serikali tugul go boto fratane tugul no sports kone nigi asogabit kiwe gun the glory nigi ba Emet ab Kenya ngala steeple chase ngala 10,000 asogabit ko ingneyonet kale gingo eme Japan kikochi Olympics ko sprinters chekwaket ko kiyach koba US for 4 years training so kale ne nyolu keyai nguni kale kingololi kityo lakini mami action
Itin chairman itaune ne bangalekab kambisha kira kile nene waiso ko
kamichine mi camp olimbo mambo yes kamango to yer
yes
michine mi the camp kora ile mambo so tukche bune bikte miten ne camp kale got to first vice president nok kimi mambo bureti athletics camp kale machi kele kongoeng kasini ye coach Kipkalia Boit so support ni muchi kikochi camps chairman
awotole Magaga taon ne amwale moini kongoi serikalitab Kenya kongoni kambishek amu memwokse kikochi every village a camp lakini kikichoose ni au kiboisie regional chairman the leadership nebo counties nebo schools aga identify those camps kenai kele which place is the best nekimuch kikochi ko chepkondo kikone serikali ko choto chekikochi camps ko at least miundo ko che punu that community ako chekilewen kotingei ak labatet ak inde yundo so that is why we have so many camps ikobit ko kambishek kikochi nguno ko South Rift there were 9 camps South Rift negei ko those camps ko kikimwochini the leaders coaches ko identify rwaik chebendi yundo amu icheket cheingen koboto the schools kora the government was able to give the money chekiboisien those camps and the money was substantial amu kikochi then lately the problem about it in the Moabingu because the government this year has not been able to release any funding because of the problems they face economically. Yes. But there are some community leaders who contributed to their camps. Kotoret in lagi mata kwa serikali kukoji. Ko kasi negi kwa at least Kenya ku maintain those camps ku melengine kidogo. Kigai kutingei ak resources chimite ak the needs chebo that community amu icheket yukun kule onginde kamit yukule amu kimuturwei kongete ole terterchin ko siget ko testai kambishe choto kimeche koik transparent yekibe round koboto media houses almost all the media houses I think about some time back so gerige chitul what we are doing akotebe kora the media what they are getting, there is the support they are getting, and the community, so that every Kenyan can understand how it was spent is open. Everybody understands how the money was channeled to them. It is an open book. Kila mtu anajua how we were doing that. So that area was done, and then the government now, because of the infrastructure development, but I am sure by December, amuko kengala like the ministry komu kutogo jepundo asolia asigete setai kambishi jata the problem ni mite ko ngalega equipment ku painik ak the resources komo ko imuch kora ke alchichi tugul ku yota na training so ke meje ko bwa sigigi the community ko toret lago kwa ko gojine kuini while we are trying gojini coaches aka mitwo ko wagje ki put them together and then gomi competition ke encourage in schools from the schools ko ako mang ko yota ke taune ke toreti ko igere lago ke out from 4 agusir gumie they go to universities in the US and they have been doing well about yalo gere nguno every time when your fees are announced in the United States more than 290 students you go US so that part is very successful che rawo ke bendi che maimu ko basugul ko you remember this head of state kole ngebendi Tokyo kole 500 sportsmen and women should be hired in during the recruitment of military, police, and the prisons. It was done. Kigo is first priority. So you see, there's a pathway. Netore the serikali ngemazi kutore ti at least Kenya ngemazi kutore schools. That is how it should be done. So that alone has gone well. Concerning the issue now on the stipulations and the others, of course, chita neigiri neidinyo konya kigiris si unaona. You see the results that has been happening. You see the 3,000 meters in Oregon. The boy ran 7:28. How many have run 7:28? That was the best. Yana go in 5,000. Go number 1 and number 2. They did so well. decisively mele ni sigere ile visually na wanda ko motosire kijana that they did so well. Still just ngago we lose and those boys are coming up. They are actually doing well. 800 meters. Ndagi mai put and the mamega na mistake, in technical mistake. Na kwena in Jeff Chirjir. She was going to win. She had the best time going into it. So we have both the 800, 1500 up to 10,000 meters. They are actually very, very strong. The only thing that we need is to remove, as I said before, that issue of negativity. You have to contribute. You are also able to contribute a little in a small way in developing sports in the country, because otherwise who is supposed to do it? At least Kenya commander resources the government is the one to come on board. The manager in Nike is the one that is running all these activities for the whole year. The government of Kenya does not give development funds into to any federation, including AK, including NOC. There's no money. It depends on the sponsors. Because the sponsor ko Nike. Kung ketil Nike today, that office will be closed. If kundo kiginyurung serikali, ko jebo nguno jigijupchini ke World Championship, jebo Olympics, jebo Commonwealth. Some of them ko take the time gelban. Why? Because the resources are limited in this country. Okay, the government should pay this and that. But the resources are limited. Kiteje stadiums, kiteje barabara shek, agundongo. So we have to analyze what role we play in assistance serikali, which role in private sector supporting in serikali. Ngot ko mag-supportin na tell you, boss again Trisha. Ngot ko mag-supportin serikali ni mi mo rane. Tun gitunto sindaban gilin dara. If we don't use it now, okay, build the stadiums, you do it, Jimmy Camarin, Jimmy Caps, again pushing again assistant the president, who are waging in the next 1 year. If something happens, you immediately there is a Ming and took it at a time. You have to be the center of everything to understand in island and the time a morning. Yes. Kongot Gilusene. So onge boisie nafasi ninyo vika kwa lenjin ingalega sports, especially labatet ke supporting the strike to yo serikali age toret ke tukul ke agishan kele kakitor we tukul kilas magyai kagi certain way in a legal manner the way ulig magto igeran and the sports ke meje ke ada no single toret ke ada no single toret ke meje ke te stadium no athletics inege and go hostels this is the right time guy nguno about 2032 ku meje ke tarngale da tukul so that our people can benefit directly.
Bongo missing chairman jam ko mai biga brangi gole if you love it crown it so ngot ke jam radio shek onge ay ko karara dit age chap go give up kalinji na mo yoto ke mo ile mi big yoto so maje ge rib yoto mo ngot ko barak yoto ko beni barak big ngot ko but yot ko butos big chok ngala balat the chairman ng kita pare negeren eng betu na tanbarani kiwango eng 1 minute.
Amaja moja kongo pick up kalenji ni amu ejega kuja melabatet kuja me sports mele labatet nega amu mama janga lale labatet kwa international olympic committee jangu radio shake lasma kuju ko ngian big volleyball ko namba en big up kutit ko lasma ke support ni ago pitoga sa coach ke rip kora agi ko jena fase ke wangu na football ko jang mi jana ago je mi pitani je ko ngian in academy jebo Europe ko football ko lasma ke mega chwele ka kingi san je saje jo loto ko changa kun every sport activity ke encourage big ke encourage talent ni nyone ni mite asma ke tiege ne ke labatet ngeti ke other sports activities asama big ko cham sports au jam labatet ingora na nyalu not age ngomi kamu ke tagatol ni muji ko ji sport amoji ni ko ngoi kambi shekya go testai ko agot ngeba nguno ku masimbanandi ag mastin po ine lo marakwet ko bo ne je gulo yo tore de ngamo ne je pondo ki ko ke to gambit kuni ki moji ni atles Kenya ko hojen skido ko tore so that we as a team as a communities ke build into not necessarily ke tiege atles Kenya nege ana serikali ongitu yege age supporten roi kyo again magan sure ke le ka somane agi ko jina faza mu somane mu megine sire no
Chairman Barnaba Korir kongo mesing maji magun kita katule mi ya gonin abo ten short notice ko inyo asobet yaror ago len kongo mesing maji magun kita katun meng tuyo sekiwendi enguni saito mak luga be meten koindo kitu kinyo tok ak chairman ibato luga be meten koindo aga barasta o shaki basa tato tagi be sejex ni gono samari ko itei yapo saito ngba tagi tok tai chairman kongo mesing ge tiak ten asobet ibari ba ishone ka tuyo sekata kimida tai aga lain maji ge kongo Kass ko gi Kass media group amu ba ishet not negi yai asobet toret komasta not radio shek amolemi kotagu kenai kele imita sobeti kono update nebo kotol eng tu ketestai eng sectors joto kibo radio shek leba tetakala eng gemani kemaje kele kunga meseng eng chairman notoko Barnaba Korir
Sait mo logo yoga Emet.
Lenee Emet to be big up